Gutter Trash is a proud member of the Comics Podcast Network.
In the year 2019, only a handful of humans are left in the world, farmed as a dwindling food supply for the population of vampires that now rule society. Starving vampires are mutating into mindless bat creatures, and scientist Edward Dalton is working toward a viable blood substitute. He is approached by a group of mysterious humans, one of whom claims to have reversed his vampirism and wants Edward to safely discover the source of this cure. However, the pharmaceutical corporation that Edward works for has other plans in Daybreakers. Welcome to Gutter Trash, episode 97, Daybreakers. My name is Eric.
My name is Jason.
Yeah.
We're the two guys from Gutter Trash.
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the first day of fall. I mean, not technically.
Not technically.
It's the first day I've been able to wear a long sleeve.
Yeah.
And not be uncomfortable.
It's, I'm still going to continue to wear short sleeves and shorts.
Show off your tats.
Well, to do that.
Yeah.
And, because I embrace the cool weather.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And also, it's not the first time it's been cool.
No, but it's the coolest, though, I do believe.
I don't know. I don't think so.
It's definitely the first day I felt comfortable wearing a long sleeve, because I've tried.
Alright.
I mean, maybe the temperature was lower another day, but I don't know.
I think it might have been. I think I'm not going to actually check anything to verify any of this,
right.
but I think it may have been cooler at some point in the past 2 weeks. But this is the first cool day of fall, considering that the actual first day of fall was like 90 degrees.
Yeah, it's a little warm for the autumn. For the autumn, yeah.
It's warm for summer.
Yeah. I wish it never got over like 70, 75 maybe.
I agree.
Perfect world we're speaking of course.
Yes.
Because that's not going to happen here.
Nope.
But, yeah, I feel good. I love this weather. I love this time of year. I got a big seasonal boner.
Alright.
Yeah, I love it.
I enjoy this season.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that I have a boner for it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a boner for much of it.
No.
I'm kind of bonerless.
No more boners?
No more boners. We'll just see how many boners the Joker can pull.
I don't want to see him pull your boner. That's for sure. That's what you're talking about.
What the fuck was that?
I had to burp and shake it off. Sorry, Joe. Joe's back.
Yeah, I guess.
Back from his love cruise or wherever he went.
I think he went to do some missionary work. And
missionary position, maybe. Hello. High five with that one. That was pretty good.
Little Joe lost his virginity this last weekend.
Yep.
We already talked about that.
Yeah, everybody knows he's married.
Yeah. And, I can safely say that after last week's episode, I still continued to have a hangover for at least one more day.
Really? Well, gosh. Oh, you don't mean you still have it today?
No,
okay.
Last week.
Okay, like
we
one more day.
Recorded last Sunday, which was the day after Joe's wedding.
I gotcha.
And then on Monday, going back to work, I still had the hangover.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a testament to a good wedding reception. Yeah. They should all be half as fun.
Yeah. So yeah, this episode is going to be vastly more disappointing because I didn't do jack shit this week.
Oh, really? Nothing? Didn't do nothing?
Not really.
You
broke.
You worked?
I worked.
Yeah. Maybe played a little video games, maybe.
Friday. Me and my friend played some Scott Pilgrim video game. Read some comics.
No.
I read quite a bit of comics, more than I have in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Read the second and third volume of Scott Pilgrim.
Oh.
I read the book that I'm going to be picking at the end of the episode here tonight.
Ooh, foreshadowing.
I started reading the Volume 5 Invincible hardcover.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's quite a bit of reading.
I know.
Yeah. It's a bit of stuff.
Yeah.
I read some Forever People.
Yeah.
I've been reading those every morning when I eat breakfast.
Some Jacqueline Kirby.
Jack Kirby the King, Bubby. Bubby? I called you Bubby.
That's fine.
I was like, buddy, or I don't know.
Oh, Bubala, it's okay.
Bubala. Yeah, Bubala. Oh, man.
I've made attempts. I've said this before, that within the past 2 years, I've grown to really admire and respect the work that Jack Kirby did. And I used to be like a stout anti-Kirby kind of guy. Just never bought into it until fairly recently.
Yeah.
Still find most of his work unreadable.
Really, like,
especially like the Fourth World New God stuff.
like the stuff that he writes himself.
Yeah.
It's definitely has a completely different tone. Because I think this is the first time I've ever read stuff that he wrote.
You have Mr. Miracle trade.
Yeah, I only maybe like read 1 or 2 issues of that. I never read the whole thing.
Okay.
And yeah, his style is way different.
You let me borrow that trade, and I tried reading it.
Yeah,
and I think I got through like the first issue of it, and then I kind of flipped through the rest and saw his vaguely racist Mr. Miracle sidekick, and
right.
I was like, yeah.
I'll ask Joe because I started to. He sold a bunch of his Jack Kirby DC stuff to Mavericks, and I started to buy all of his Mr. Miracles because that trade paperback was like numbers like 11 through 20 or something,
Right.
And I started to buy the early ones. And he said, "Well, you should really read Forever People, and then the New Gods, and then Mr. Miracle." And I was like, so I was like, okay. And I started buying them. So I thought maybe it'd make more sense. And it doesn't. It's bizarre. It's almost like I don't know, trippy. Like
Right.
acid induced or something. I mean, there's very a lot of I'm not just saying these characters look like he was on acid. I mean, there's scenes in there where the characters floating and their worlds are changing and things are swirling around them and it's very very trippy dippy.
I gotta wonder. We may have even talked about this on air before, but Jack Kirby does not seem like the kind of guy who was super into being a hippie or acid or anything like that.
Right.
So what the fuck?
Yeah, I think he's just naturally there's something going on in his brain because first of all, his creative output is just he's a juggernaut, and then fuck, he even did the Juggernaut, didn't he? I don't know. But yeah, he has output and just the bizarreness of it all, the machines and the aliens and everything. It's just it's so crazy, so awesome.
Indeed.
Yeah, here's to Kirby, wherever he's at. Hopefully he's in Valhalla, or Asgard, and whatnot.
Midgard.
Ooh.
That's Earth.
Yeah.
He's in the Earth.
He's
dead.
Yeah, he's in the... Well, that's probably true. Well, at least his body is. His spirit lives on.
Sure. In comics and random
documentaries,
Turtle
right.
episodes.
Yeah. And Stan Lee, I'm sure, keeps him alive.
What?
Stan Lee keeps his memory alive.
I think Stan Lee keeps his skull on his desk and just stubs his cigars out in it.
It's not even right side up. It's under, he sticks it in the eye socket or something. Yeah. Jeez, Stan, you asshole.
What about you? Anything interesting?
Me going on? Nothing going on. A lot of working. Worked over 40 hours this week.
He had some time off last weekend to make up for it.
Yeah, exactly. Got to pay the bills. Got to make it happen.
Got to pay the bills and work the skills.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means. I don't know why I said it.
What else? I think I mentioned I got my CD player in my car.
Yeah.
I got my seatbelt last week.
Alright.
So now I have a working seatbelt and a working CD player. I had neither one for like a year.
I think the seatbelt was longer than that.
Probably, yeah.
Because I remember like our first trip to Chicago, like 3 years ago, you had no seatbelt.
Really? That's the kind of danger I live with on a daily basis. To be truthful, whenever no one's in the car, I always plug my seatbelt into the passenger socket.
And sometimes when someone is in the car.
Yeah. If they have no will to live, you do get in yourself usually. Oh, the passenger socket! I like that as a band name.
Better than Twat Hammer.
Twat Hammer's pretty good. Breaking Bad fans, Twat Hammer. Yeah, that was amazing. And what was the lyrics? Something about being fierce or flawless.
I don't remember.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
You know my theory on lyrics. I don't pay attention to them, and when I do, they fall into 4 categories.
Yeah, the pretentious, the funny,
parody, funny,
parody, funny.
Comedic,
yeah.
Retarded.
Yeah.
And then I think there's like a combination of...
Oh, yeah, the combo category. Yeah, that was definitely retarded. Twat Hammer's lyrics.
Yeah. With a name like Twat Hammer, would you expect anything else? No.
It would be kind of great, though, if, like, Aaron Neville, like, all of his albums were released under the moniker Twat Hammer. And if you think about it, he kind of looks like a Twat Hammer. I mean, I don't mean like that as an insult. I mean that as a high five to Aaron Neville. I mean, he looks like he could hammer some twat.
Probably.
Yeah. Even though
with that thing on his head. Whatever that growth is.
And didn't he have like a jean jacket, like a cut-off jean jacket or something?
Denim vest, yeah.
Yeah.
And,
man.
Feathers hanging off of his hair.
No, wait, you're thinking of Mr. T.
No.
And the mohawk. And then,
I think Aaron Neville and Mr. T are fashionably close.
Do you remember that time when Linda Ronstadt had
They're both gigantic black guys with similar fashion choices.
Yeah.
Just
from the 80s, representing the 80s.
From the 80s, one has a voice like an angel and some sort of third human growing out of his forehead. And
I do remember reading on his first tour with Linda Ronstadt, she had to slip him a Mickey in his milk to get him to fly out to the West Coast.
Wow.
Yeah. So entirely lies. It's all lies. So yeah, that's what I've done.
All right. Daybreakers. Directed by the Spierig brothers, who, as far as I know, only directed one other movie. I probably should have looked that up when I had the internet open.
Yeah, whatever. The Spierig brothers. Wrote and directed, apparently.
Australian fellas.
Mm-hmm.
Previous movie was called Undead, which is a fun little zombie movie. And this is their take on vampires.
Ooh, I wonder what they're going for next. The trilogy. Horror trilogy. Maybe a ghost story.
Ghost stories.
Cthulhu Man.
Mummy. Frankensteins.
Yeah, we could do anywhere all.
Do some Frankenstein stories. Some molestation.
Ooh, Ooh, jeez. Okay, Daybreakers. We know this one was a vampire movie.
Yes, we do. Starring Sam Neill, Ethan Hawke, Willem Dafoe, a guy that I thought was from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, but it turned out that he wasn't.
Yeah.
Some chick who had nipples.
Yeah, she did.
And yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
The end. Good night.
Short and sweet. Yeah, I loved the idea of this movie. Someone told me about this at work a couple weeks ago.
Right.
I was like, that sounds awesome.
All right, let me first break in here.
Uh-huh.
I believe this may be the first time that we have reviewed a movie that you have already seen only a week ago.
Oh, really? Really?
Didn't you see this a week ago?
Maybe a couple weeks ago.
I believe at Joe's wedding,
Uh-huh.
Kathleen was saying that you had just watched it the night before.
Oh, maybe. Yeah.
That was a week ago.
Yeah. About 9 days.
And then you picked it a day later
Yeah.
to watch it.
Yeah. Well, I missed part of the ending. I was like falling in and out of sleep. So.
Alright.
Yeah.
Alright, so you watched this like a week ago.
Yeah.
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 I don't know, it's weird. It's like, usually like the movies I've picked in the past that I've seen before, it's been like months, years.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, it's weird.
Well, I actually got this from the library, thinking.
It's pronounced library.
Oh, library. Yeah, we are in the Midwest. Library, and I was thinking, like, oh, let's make a good thing for the show.
Right.
And then Kathleen mentioned she wanted to see it. I was like, oh, well, we'll just watch it first. And then, there's how it went. I went out first with a lady.
That's fine.
But, parts of it I really liked, parts of it I didn't like.
I think the opinion that I was formulating by the end of the movie was this was okay.
Yeah.
Not amazing.
No.
Definitely not bad.
Yeah. No.
I mean, I've seen worse.
Oh yeah.
Much worse.
Oh yeah. Especially in the vampire realm.
Oh fuck
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it was just slightly above mediocre.
Yeah, there was I thought that some of the characters are great. Like, I thought Sam Neill was awesome, his character.
Sam Neill is awesome in everything.
Yeah, even
Has
Jurassic
that man aged
No,
at all?
he is a vampire, actually. That's why they cast him.
Because he looks exactly the same that he did in
Jurassic Park.
Park or
which
any
is
other movie.
40 years ago.
Right.
And then, of course, Willem Dafoe as Elvis. He's great. Even Ethan Hawke, he was pretty good.
Ethan Hawke is kind of off-putting. I mean, he was fine, in his role.
Yeah.
But looking at him, it's just depending on the lighting, he's either a 40-year-old man or he's an 18-year-old boy.
Yeah.
And it's kind of hard to take him seriously at either point.
Maybe he's Shazam. But you know what? I didn't notice this the first time around when I was watching it. I noticed there was something a little amiss by it that I was like, this could be better.
Right.
I think this would be a great story as a TV series, if it was told over a year,
right,
or maybe 2 years, because there's so many things that they just kind of gloss over. There's some characters that are just never developed, like Allie, Sam Neill's daughter. I thought they could have really went into a lot with her and their relationship.
Right. Yeah.
But I think this is one of those things that should have been stretched out and out.
I can kind of see that. At least more rounded out. Yeah, I think an HBO or a Showtime series would probably fit that.
That'd be perfect. AMC.
Or AMC. Yeah.
Like that scene where spoiler, where Ed gets turned back into a human.
Yeah.
And then he walks outside and he's in the sun and he holds hands with what's her name?
Yeah. The lead female.
The nipple lady.
Yeah.
When they hold hands, it should have been this moment where he's finally human.
Right.
But it just seemed like everything happened so quick. You're okay, now he's human now. Okay.
Right.
And then if that would have been a TV show and that would have been 30 episodes in, that would have been awesome. You're holy shit, and that would have been the end of the episode. End of the season maybe.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I really think this story was too encapsulated.
Yeah. I'm inclined to agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But other than that, I thought it was great. Just the whole society and
the concept.
Yeah.
The concept is really good. The one thing that I kept thinking over and over again was that this was supposed to be Blade 4.
Yeah.
Because when they were talking about doing a Blade 4, that was the plot of it. That it was going to take place in the future, and vampires basically ruled the Earth. And there was only like a handful of humans left, and Blade.
Right, yeah. Wow. And, I never saw Blade 3, so I don't know.
Don't. Don't ever.
Yeah.
Don't.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. I'll skip it.
There's a lot of stuff to like in this, but I think like you said, just not a lot of it was very well developed, or they just didn't have time to develop it.
Yeah. It just seems so rushed. Like when Sam Neill's character, he gets like a wound, and then like, bam, the next scene he's like getting out of the hospital. He's like, "Oh, I'm fine." You know, it's like it's like it's just every aspect of this movie seemed like they tried to cram so much story. Yeah.
The whole cure for vampirism thing, and it's like we find out what could possibly cure him, and then all of a sudden Ethan Hawke's character Ed has like the perfect idea on how to do it, and they go to start the experiment.
Yeah,
and it's like, well, shouldn't he have like there should have been some failure first?
Yeah, exactly. Well, it took them 3 whole tries. It took them 8 minutes to. Yeah, and like, okay, that I forgot. That is the other thing about. I think that's the only story element that I was like the first time I watched it, I was like, wait a minute, what the fuck? What did I miss? And like that whole like scene where the Willem Dafoe flashback where he's like, and then I was cured, and like everyone's like, oh, cool. I'm like, that doesn't make any sense.
Right.
Like I get that it's a fictional reality anyway. I mean, it's vampires, but so they could say whatever they want as far as like this is a cure, but yeah, like that doesn't make any sense. It just seems like not a bad idea.
Well, I think it's a fine idea. I just it's underdeveloped. It's like we're just supposed to wholeheartedly accept the fact that sunlight can cure vampires, or kill them.
Yeah, but yeah,
exactly. You gotta find the right balance.
Yeah. I guess it's like penicillin or something.
Right.
I mean,
but and then the opening credits of the movie, like we see like newspapers and like TV screens, like as the credits are coming up, and then there's like 10 years ago today, it all started with a bat.
Yeah.
I want to know what the hell that was about.
Yeah.
How did it start by a bat?
Yeah, exactly.
Bats suddenly have the ability to transform humans into magical creatures?
Maybe they found one vampire bat in a cave in Somalia or something. Yeah.
The Sumatran rat bat.
Yeah, you know the one. You've read that story on NPR. Oh, man. Yeah, they just... Yeah. This should have been a TV show or a trilogy of movies or something.
Unfortunately, I think if you're gonna make a vampire TV show, it's all got to be about gay vampires and fucking.
Yeah, it's gotta have a lot more fucking.
Yeah, a lot more sweaty gay fucking.
Mm. Yeah.
And sadly, this movie has no sweaty gay fucking.
No, there was not any.
Not a one. Not a bit.
No. Not even dry gay fucking.
No.
Yeah, just no fucking.
Gay fucking.
No fucking at all.
No.
Yeah, lack of fucking.
So basically what we're saying is avoid this movie like the plague.
Yeah.
If you're expecting a vampire story, you're not going to get it.
Or porno. Yeah.
Yeah, because vampire stories are all about gay fucking.
Yeah, and not this one. Yeah, just go down to the corner dollar store and buy some vampire teeth and rent a porno, and you'll have a much better time.
So I think the review of the movie is pretty much we both think it's worth a rental.
Yeah, worth a rental. Not amazing, but definitely interested.
A lot of good concepts. I loved the ending. And I'm gonna spoil the fucking shit out of it.
Oh, spoiler for the ending.
The ending I thought was amazing because it's like a reverse zombie movie.
Oh? Wait a minute. You mean like told in reverse?
No.
Or like the ending is completely different from a zombie ending?
Well, okay. I'm gonna spoil the fucking shit out of this.
Yeah, this is the spoiler for the ending.
Fuck this movie is what I'm saying. we learned that vampires can be cured, and then we learned that if a vampire tries to drink the blood of a formerly cured vampire, they themselves become cured.
That's right.
And so we get a scene that you see in a million zombie movies, in which it's like the one lone human against the horde of monsters.
Yeah.
And they attack him, and they just devour the shit out of him, tear him to pieces, and then they all turn into humans. Whereas in the zombie movie, zombies attack, and those people then turn into zombies.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
So
yeah.
it's like it's a plague of humans.
That's true.
It's a human outbreak.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because everything is just kind of like reversed. Like all the your typical role of the victim and the pursuer.
Right. Yeah.
That's interesting, man.
And then I thought it was hilarious that once the first vampires on the scene to drink the cured vampire, become human, and then they get attacked.
Yeah, by the next squad. Yeah. Yeah, that was pretty good.
So there we go. That's the movie. You've seen it.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
But maybe we can talk about the sad state of vampires in fiction.
Oh, I don't know that I've watched a lot of vampire movies in the last few years.
You shouldn't.
Because
they're all about gay fucking.
Yeah. I know I haven't read any vampire comics. Have I? I haven't read American Vampire, that's for sure. No.
But
I have
it's just like... it started with Anne Rice, really. And just the whole vampires as these brooding, sensitive... over-sexualized, gay fucking, just shitty vampires.
Yeah, I remember when the Anne Rice thing was huge in the early 90s, and I just couldn't get into it, even the comics.
Yeah, and this is this really tries, but because it was such a failure that I don't think it's really going to matter. But this really tries to bring back the whole, vampires as monsters.
Yeah.
Thing.
Yeah.
And
they're sleek and evil.
Yeah, and then they're nasty as fuck.
Mm-hmm. Like the ones that
the mutated ones.
Yeah, get a little more progressive.
And I love that aspect of the thing too. Was that it clearly shows because we've all seen the Nosferatu type vampire with the mutated features and the pointy ears and just the sort of almost human rat type creature,
right?
And we get to see how those come into being, and I think it's a great concept behind it.
Exactly. Yeah, that was one of the better concepts of the movie too, because you can see even how much further that goes, and they become basically like these bat monsters,
right?
Sort of like Man-Bat from Batman.
Basically, yeah. But they're just fucking bloodthirsty, nasty abominations, and that's awesome.
Yeah, and then the lesser mutated, the more sophisticated, richer vampires. Yeah. I love how they are. They're the same thing. They're just drinking blood out of wine glasses. They're trying to make everything more sophisticated and subtle. And I really like the distinction there.
Yeah. But we definitely don't have any vampires crying. Ethan Hawke a little bit.
Yeah.
But even still, it's not, not annoying.
No, he's just he's not happy with his place in the world. He wants to be a human. He feels like, that's what
not even that he necessarily wants to be human. He just doesn't want to. He just thinks that there's maybe a way that humans and vampires could coexist.
Right.
He's the Professor X of this vampire world.
Oh wow! Yeah. That's
and Sam Neill is the Magneto.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Putting it in terms that you guys can understand.
But but between all the Twilight movies and the Anne Rice stuff, it's just vampires have become toothless.
Oh yeah. They're so watered down. Wow, I get it. Toothless. Yeah, they're so squeaky clean.
Yeah.
Soap opera.
And I say this as a huge fan of the show Angel.
Mm-hmm.
Even that is also, a symptom of the whole, bullshit vampire thing.
Like the romance novel.
Yeah. I think that's the best way to describe it. It's romance novel vampires.
Well, that's what Anne Rice, I think, did. She was like, I'm going to do romance novels, but I'm going to put a twist on it.
Right.
And I think out of everything we've poo-pooed, Angel is, definitely the best thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good. I've only seen a handful of episodes, but...
I think the one thing about Angel is that it's basically a superhero show dressed in vampire clothing.
Yeah.
He's Batman.
Yeah.
He's Batman who's a vampire.
Is he rich?
I
I don't know.
don't know.
Giant penny?
Dinosaur.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
crap, I had something else I was going to say. Fuck. Oh, yeah. The beginning of the movie, there's a scene that is ultimately just pointless in, the scope of the whole movie.
Yeah.
The very opening scene of the movie, there's a young vampire girl who commits suicide by son.
Mm-hmm. I know I kept expecting her to play a prominent role in the movie.
Yeah. But I just thought it was, while I was watching that scene, because it shows her writing her suicide notes, and she's got like thick black painted fingernails, and I was like, she's goth. That's weird. You'd think that in a world full of vampires, like, the girls who would pretend not to be vampires and be like anti-goth.
Yeah, like they're all dressed in white
and like
bleaching their hair blonde.
Wearing like poodle skirts from the 50s.
Right.
Yeah.
All they listen to is really happy music. Yeah.
See, they just failed the concept again.
That opening shot though, that scene that you're talking about, I think that would have been. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it was, but that would have been a good trailer for this movie to kind of like, set the tone for like, this is a vampire movie, but something's a little different. Like the vampires might not necessarily want to be vampires, or might not have they might not be the monsters that we're used to them being, or something.
Right. Sorry, Joe.
Yeah.
I never saw a trailer for this movie. All I knew is that it was by the Spirit Brothers, and I wanted to watch it.
Undead, that was the other one?
Undead was their movie, yeah.
I might check that out.
It's entertaining.
Yeah.
It's very cheaply made. There's no known actors in it whatsoever.
Was the script simpler, or is it similar where is it kind of, kind of thick and heavy for the amount of time?
No, it's relatively simple. I mean, there wasn't a ton more they could have done with it, I guess. Mm-hmm. The ending of the movie sets it up for a sequel, but I don't think there was one that was necessary. Similar themes, though, between the two. And
like a little social commentary, class status kind of thing?
No, just more about, because it's a zombie movie, but, it's similar in that the main characters in both movies are looking for cures.
Okay.
For what's happening, and Undead is a little more ridiculous. It's more of a comedy than anything else.
Okay. Wow.
But it's got like it's a really interesting twist on the whole zombie movie. That I thought was really good.
I'm kind of curious about that.
Right.
You said comedy. That reminded me. Willem Dafoe seemed to like he was the comic relief. There's like a couple of lines he had in the movie that were just like clearly like the icebreakers.
Right.
But I thought, I thought that was good. Like they gave his character like, a pretty deep and integral part, but he also became, the guy that just made stupid jokes. Yeah.
Willem Dafoe's second vampire movie that I know of.
Oh yeah, Shadow of the Vampire. Yeah. Wow. Forgot about that.
It's enjoyable.
Yeah.
But nothing great.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sam Neill's really good in it.
Oh yeah, he was great. It was very like the color was very like interesting because it was very like all the nighttime shots. Of course, I mean everything's so. It almost looked like it was black and white. Like it was so subdued. Like you notice, like all the color.
Very blue.
Yeah. Like of course, there's the pallor of their skin is kind of drained, and
right.
There wasn't a lot of color in anyone's like office or house.
Right.
Except for during the daytime scenes with the humans, like everything was really warm, and I thought that was good. I mean, they really did do a good job as far as not just making it. I mean, you never forget that you're watching vampires, even though they just walk around in suits and have like combed hair and everything.
I was going to say it also seems a little bit as if the this vampire world that they live in, even though like the year's like 2019 or something like that. It seems like a very Mad Men-esque type world.
Yeah.
Everyone in suits and fedoras smoking cigarettes.
Yeah, everybody's smoking. And like the lady at the little Subway diner, she had like a 50s hairdo.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess if I knew there was no way I'd die from lung cancer, I'd probably smoke. Why not?
So, yeah, like we said already, interesting concept, could have been built up a little more. Probably would work well as a TV show.
Yeah. If you like the idea of the civilized vampire trying to operate in a normal style world, it's an interesting concept.
Luckily, we have The Walking Dead coming out soon, and I'm going to put all my energy behind that.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have much more to say about this.
Yeah, me neither, really.
Fair.
It was good, but it wasn't amazing.
Okay, then. Take a break?
Let's take a break.
All right.
Hey, welcome back to Gutter Trash.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Sorry, Joe.
It's alright.
I should have got that out of the system during the break.
Probably should have.
Yeah. Well, hi. So what's going on? Oh, I went to a birthday party today.
Alright.
A 90-year-old lady.
Wow.
Who happens to be my lady friend's grandmother.
Alright.
Very spry lady. I mean, she was like lifting kids up to blow out candles in her cake and like very cool.
She coming on to you at all?
I mean, there was like I think she spiked the punch bowl.
Yeah.
She spiked the punch bowl, and I was a little weirded out because she kept having me drink punch bowl after punch bowl. No, she was very cool. I did meet though. I was going to mention the only reason I really brought it up, other than that was fun. I mean, she has a cool family. Makes me wish my family was cooler.
Cool. Yeah.
But there was a guy there, lives in Columbus. He's friends with Jeff Smith. We were talking about Jeff Smith for a while.
Oh.
Mr. Bone?
Yeah.
The Bone guy. He said he's very nice. He said he's a nice dude.
Huh. Didn't Jeff Smith once threaten to fight somebody?
That's Darwin Cook.
No, I think Jeff Smith also threatened to it was supposed to be some sort of boxing match between him and Alex Ross or Dave Sim or something.
Really?
Yeah.
I know. I heard of a Peter David versus Todd McFarlane boxing match.
Well, that was actually just a debate.
Okay.
And,
well, Todd should have been boxing gear to the debate.
All right.
He had boxing shorts and gloves because that's how awesome he is.
Sure. And I know, Darwin Cook. I know he threatened somebody at some point.
Right.
But no, I think Jeff Smith was somehow entangled in some sort of almost fisticuffs.
Really? Couldn't they have just grabbed his mullet and beat him down? That would have been an easy win for whoever it was. Michael or Brian Michael Bendis.
Yeah.
No, you can't grab a head of Bendis' hair. That's why he does it. That's why he shaves. Yeah.
And he's sweaty, so if you do actually get a hold of him,
he's
going to slip.
His worms right out, yeah. No, I have no idea. I don't know anything about Jeff Smith. I do really love his artwork, though. I think he's a great artist.
He's an okay artist. I've only ever read parts of Bones.
Yeah, I read the first couple trades.
I did read his...
Wrestle?
No. Shazam story.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Shazam and the Monster Society or something like that.
Yeah. Was that good?
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah.
Enjoyable.
I
think that's what the Billy Batson and the Power of Shazam comic was based from.
Oh, okay.
Took that as a starting point.
Just kind of
Yeah.
jumped off from there.
Until it got canceled recently.
Bummer.
Last issue just came out this past week.
He doesn't say. I thought we had one this week. Yeah, so that was cool.
Yeah.
He didn't really say much about him, other than he was nice and he knows his wife.
Right.
He's a cook at a restaurant, and he said his wife comes in all the time. So,
I suppose if I was a cook at a restaurant, I'd want my wife to show up too.
No, Jeff Smith's wife.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Anything else interesting happened at the birthday party? Ate a bunch of food. It was catered by Fazoli's. That was pretty cool. Yeah, it was cool.
Fazoli's is the McDonald's of fast food. And
of Italian fast food.
Right, yeah, that's what I meant. That's the McDonald's of Italian food.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's alright.
Yeah.
I mean, there's certainly worse options.
Oh, yeah.
In the world, yeah.
Oh, I would have much rather had Fazoli's than say a McDonald's or a Wendy's or Arby's.
I know my ex and I went there about a month ago. And it was the first time I'd been there in 2-3 years.
Oh, wow, I was going to say it's been forever since I've been.
And they still have unlimited breadsticks, but fuck if we got any.
The last time I was there, they were a little stingy with the breadsticks.
Yeah.
Today, they were handing them out like candy. Yeah, they actually had Fazoli's employees at this. It was like they rented out this Shriners Hall for the birthday party. And
did you see any Shriners?
No, I did not. But there was, on the way there, we were behind another Kia with a bike rack and a Fez on top of the car.
Nice.
Yeah. But I don't think it was even going there, ironically enough. But yeah, it was fun. It was pretty fun.
I handed out GameSwap today.
Mm-hmm. Did you pick any new games?
No, I don't have any money.
Yeah.
I'm broke.
Did you swap any games?
No, I did not.
Because I don't know if you know they do that.
They do that,
yeah.
but I like all my games,
Yeah.
and I'm not addicted to crack.
Yeah, that's true. They have a lot of that in there.
Yeah, they do. New TV season starting up. Watching some shows. Watched season premiere of Chuck with Dolph Lundgren in it.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah. Watched the first 2 episodes of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. First
Good
2
stuff.
episodes of the second half of the Venture Brothers.
Oh, yeah.
Started up. Been watching a new show called Terriers on FX.
Is that about dogs?
No, it's about private detectives.
Ah.
It's got Donald Logue in it.
Why do they call it terriers?
Because they're scrungy private detectives who, when they latch onto a case, they'll never let go.
Oh, okay. Is that what a terrier's supposed to do?
I guess.
I've never heard that. I mean, I've never owned a terrier. I have a beautiful Rottweiler Shepherd mix.
Yes. It's an interesting show. I really like Donald Logue.
Who's that?
He's an actor.
Okay. That's fitting that they'd cast him.
I have no idea what you would know him from.
Yeah, I'd never know. Like, unless it's like something from the 80s or Star Wars, I usually don't know.
He was in the first Blade movie.
Oh, I've seen it then.
He was like the henchman for Stephen Dorff, who is like Ethan Hawke's like evil twin.
Okay, yeah, okay. All right.
So it all ties in
Right.
to
Daybreakers!
Yeah. He was in a movie called The Tao of Steve. He's a bearded guy with long hair.
Oh, that guy.
He's Jimmy the cab driver
In.
from like the MTV commercials.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. What a gig. Whatever happened to Randy? Remember Randy for president?
Nope.
You remember him?
Nope.
He was like the hippie.
I don't know who the fuck Jimmy the cab driver is. All I know is that
That was on his IMDb.
yeah. I never watched MTV.
Oh man, I loved it. I ate it up in the 80s. Gosh, you couldn't pry me away.
By the time I would have started watching it, it was pretty much at the tail end of it having any sort of quality to it whatsoever. Like, Headbangers Ball was just barely still hanging on.
Yeah.
They weren't really showing videos anymore. Beavis and Butthead was on. And like, ending.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I caught it at the end of the tailspin.
Man, we were lucky. We saw the good MTV.
Yeah. Or at least when the M stood for something.
Yeah. MTV. Where did you go wrong?
I don't know. I saw a joke or something, or heard a joke the other day from a comedian talking about MTV had the VMA Awards last weekend.
Yeah.
The Video Music Awards. MTV honoring something that they no longer show.
Oh. That is weird. Why do they even bother with that?
The fuck knows?
They're terrible.
Yes, they are.
Man, I used to make tapes of Headbangers Ball, and I don't know what happened to them. I had like the ones where Ministry would host and Guar, and and I bet those are chock full of great videos and lost somewhere. One of the moves.
To the sands of time.
Yes. Bummer. Super bummer.
Speaking of things of nostalgia that I was looking forward to, Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, she was supposed to return to television this weekend.
Cool.
Hosting her show, Movie Macabre. Her first episode back was going to be the Night of the Living Dead. and didn't fucking air.
No, they didn't say why.
Her website shows that it was supposed to air Friday night and Sunday night. Or Sunday morning, sorry. So, like, it would have aired last night. And, didn't air.
That's a bummer.
Yeah, the schedule for that network doesn't have
They just pulled it for some reason.
No, they just have no mention of it whatsoever. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Well,
Return of the Living Dead was on the other day.
Yeah, that's a great movie.
It's a fun movie. It was poorly dubbed. Like, the movie ran, and then, like, the audio was, like, 2 seconds behind.
It's horrible, yeah.
Wow. When I want to watch that movie, I'll just watch it on DVD.
I love that movie.
It's an awesome movie.
So what? Did Elvira? Has she done that shtick forever? Has she like retired and came back, or does she?
No,
she's always done
quit,
it.
But
she hasn't really done it on TV.
Right.
She just does like conventions or whatever.
Yeah, but she's been doing it since 1980 or something.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. She's not too old to be irrelevant.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that much.
Well, who would think so?
Yeah.
Is there like a Passing of the Torch? You know how there was like, Vampira and then Elvira? Or is there going to be like another?
Oh, you mean is Elvira going to sue somebody?
Yeah.
I don't know. Because that's what Vampira did.
Yeah. And she didn't get any money, I don't believe.
I don't know if she did or not.
I think they mentioned it at the end of Ed Wood, like she tried and couldn't get any cash. Yeah, but there needs to be another, well-endowed horror lady of the night hosting the TV shows.
I'm sure on the internet and public access networks everywhere are, that.
Yeah.
I think I was looking forward to the Elvira because it was going to be something that was actually on, broadcast television and not, cable access.
Right.
And, she's one of the most famous ones. And, I love the horror host.
Yeah. It's a classic.
Like, as a kid, we had Dr. Creep.
Yeah.
And it was awesome, and I loved it. And then it just kind of went away. And like I said, it's on public access, maybe. But, for a while anyway, it was on and off.
Right.
Different hosts. I think Dr. Creep returned in the 90s with his show, and then there was A. Ghastly Ghoul, and Ghoulardi, and I love that shtick.
Yeah.
It's just stupid fun.
I like Count Floyd from the Ed Grimley cartoon.
Right, but, real.
Yeah. Just like campy and like kind of funny, but it's like bad puns and, and horror stuff. Yeah. Like even Elvira, she was lots of puns. Like you said she did comedy.
She was in the same improv group with Paul Rubens and Phil Hartman.
No, that's Paul Rubens, the Pee-wee, not the painter.
Right.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah. The only thing he ever painted was the back of his hand in the theater. Hello!
I know we've our good friend of the show, Matthew Brassfield, is working with his cousin to start a new horror host show on public access.
Yeah, Baron von Porkchop. Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, I know you and I are both participants.
Yeah.
Willing or otherwise.
Yeah. Yeah, we hope it does well. That's cool. That's cool that he's bringing that back.
Yeah.
The schlock of...
I'm excited. I won't ever be able to watch it, but I'm excited.
And maybe it'll come on DVD.
He said he'll give me copies of the show.
Yeah. That's cool. Yeah, check it out.
Yeah.
If you, live around here, which no one does, I don't believe.
Yeah, a couple of people do. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Speaking of that, discovered a new listener.
Yeah?
Yeah. A guy, I believe he lives in New York. I put out a call for suggestions on comics to pick for the show, because I have a hard time picking comics for the show. And this guy piped up, suggested a book that I probably will pick in the future.
Yeah.
And someone that we don't know.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And I called him out on Facebook and like, hey, good to hear from people we don't know. And, he said that he's been listening since around episode 70 or so, which I don't know what that was. But he said he went back, listened to all the rest of them, and he's been listening since. And
wow.
Apparently, we've been helping him get over some rough times.
Wow. That's awesome.
It's pretty awesome. I'm glad that we could help.
Yeah.
Woo! Now, I'm just going to be sitting here, thinking, is this good enough for Bill?
Yeah. Does it meet his standards?
Yeah. Did he listen to, the David Boring episode and almost kill himself? Because I almost killed myself in that one.
Yeah. I think it killed us all a little. Yeah, skip that one if you haven't listened to that one. Well, that's awesome. I mean, that's cool that we have another listener, and, especially if somehow he's getting something out of it. Yeah.
Right, yeah.
That's great.
And that he apparently accidentally stumbled upon it somehow. And, yeah.
Wow.
So thanks, Bill, and I'm not even going to try to pronounce your last name.
Bill, New York City.
New York.
Oh, the state, not the city. Okay. Yeah, awesome. Well, that's very cool.
So, yeah.
What? You looked at me really weirdly, like
exhausted everything I have.
Yeah, there's like nothing going on. I did a little bit of drawing. I'm excited about. Let's give a plug out. I just found out about a new website worth checking out.
Oh fuck yeah!
Yeah.
Repaneled.
Yeah, that's the one.
Is that the one you were talking about?
I was gonna do donkey porn.
Damn it!
But that one's good too. It's updated more often than donkey porn. DonkeyPornWeekly.uk. Yeah, no, repaneled.blogspot.com.
Yeah.
We should put a link on the Fantastic Four site.
Well, yeah, I'll try to make sure I get links up on all of them because it's
cool.
Pretty awesome.
Yeah.
It's a lot like Covered. I'm sure we've talked about that, and hopefully you've all been there.
Coveredblog.blogspot.com.
Yep. Whereas Covered is artists recreating different comic book covers. This one is artists recreating individual panels from comics.
Yeah, any panel.
Yeah.
Any panel you want. And it's not like a narrative. It's just like you pick a panel from any comic, and that's what you... Yeah, and there's some interesting choices so far.
Yeah, some really, really good ones.
Mm-hmm.
Both just, the subject matter and, the art style.
Yeah.
Someone has already done, probably the most famous panel ever.
Hit the jackpot Spider-Man?
Okay, the second most famous panel ever. The Wolverine...
Oh, in the water.
Yeah.
Yeah, from the old Claremont issue.
Yeah, and Byrne.
Yeah.
During the Phoenix Saga. Come on.
Yeah, issue 132, I believe. If I remember it. But yeah, and there's I forget a lot of the artist names, but there's a really good cover of a Robert Crumb panel that kind of
from Zap Comics.
Yeah, I thought that was great. It was so
creepy.
Yeah, it was different. And
Robert Gooden, who hosts the Covered blog, he did a panel.
Oh yeah,
Iron Man number 14, something like that.
Like the mummy guy. Yeah. Yeah, there's some good ones.
And
you and I should hopefully be on there soon.
I definitely will be on there. October 5th is when I'm scheduled.
Check it out. Ooh, when does this go up?
This will go up Tuesday, so a week from that.
Yeah. Check it out in a week.
Yeah.
Check it out before then. What are you lazy?
Yeah.
Go back.
Don't go just for me.
Bookmark it.
Go for me.
Yeah.
But go before, and then keep going afterwards.
Yeah.
Because then eventually maybe Jason will be on there.
That's right. We hope.
Maybe Pat. I sent him the link.
Yeah. Okay.
So hopefully all of us folk.
Yeah.
And it's good stuff.
Repaneled. Do one.
Do one.
Kurt,
Today.
Brian.
Oh, definitely.
Pat.
Fuck yeah.
Joe.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Bill. Fuck, why not, Bill?
Why the hell not? James.
I don't know.
He's our other listener that we
Okay.
don't know.
Yeah,
I
do
mentioned
it.
him last episode.
Okay. Do it, James.
Yeah,
Do one.
James Abels.
Kathleen.
I can pronounce his name.
James
Kathleen.
Abels. Yeah.
Yeah, she should do one.
Basically anybody that listens.
Anyone that listens, they should do a panel.
That would be great.
And I think that's all of them. That's all who
Yeah.
listen. John.
John Bobosh.
John Bobosh.
Yeah. Who was in town last week and
Yeah.
got to see him. That was cool.
Did not attend bowling, which I believe you said he was there.
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
I had a lot of shit to do.
You were working hard.
I am working so goddamn hard. I'm
Well-
exhausted.
Well, we found out, actually, it was a very, meaningful bowling night.
Whoa.
There was 3 of us bowling, and it also happened to be on that very same day was the birthday of 3 famous people, so we each bowled as their spirit. Although 2 of them are still alive,
Sure.
but we bowled for them to see who was whose birthday it really was.
Right.
And it turns out it was H.G. Wells' birthday over everyone else.
Nice.
It was Stephen King and Leonard Cohen's birthday as well, but I was Leonard Cohen and I lost every game. Sorry, Leonard.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, he's gonna go write a sad song about it. It's called "When the Pins Don't Fall." But he would say it much sexier.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
Yes, nothing else.
No.
It's lackluster life that I leave. I guess I'll just pick a comic and we'll just get the fuck out.
I gotta go buy dental floss on the way home.
That's really important.
I'm out. You're supposed to do it twice a day.
Yeah, so like I said, I put a call out for people to suggest comics for me, because I got nothing. And I got a couple good suggestions, and I'll probably be picking those in the future at some point. But the one that I chose for this week was the one that I already owned.
Yeah. But it was a suggestion by someone else.
by one Patrick W. Kane.
Ooh, what's the W stand for?
Wally?
Wumbledorf. I guess probably William, right? I don't know.
I was trying to think of something funny, but you got it. So, 'cause I don't even know if his middle name's W.
Oh, okay.
I'm just making shit up.
I thought it was B. PB Kane, yeah. PB
Yeah, it
Kane.
is PB.
Yeah. Check out pbkane.com.
Yeah. But yes, Patrick B. Kane, since you want to kill the fun, suggested something. Decided, fuck yeah, because I owned it.
Yeah.
Read it last week. Gonna give it to you, even though you actually probably even own it yourself, maybe.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't know. But even if you do, I still want you to take my copies,
Okay.
because I'm certain that my copies are different than yours if you do.
Because you've highlighted
I've
the...
highlighted all the important
Yeah,
parts.
okay, so I can just cliff notes it.
I've written notes in the pen on the
Awesome.
margins. Yeah, so
I wish
that-
you would do that every time. I wish you would have done with Mighty Love and just put the underline at the end. That would have been great.
But no, I am picking what would normally be in a trade paperback or hardcover called Saga of the Swamp Thing
Ooh.
by Alan Moore and Stephen Bissett
Wow.
and John Talbine.
Wow.
I do not have the trade.
Okay.
I have individual issues of the Vertigo reprints that they did in like the late 90s.
Ooh, okay. Yeah.
The Essential Vertigo, Essential Swamp Things.
Wow.
The trade paperback, I believe, has issue number 20 of Saga of the Swamp Thing. I don't have that.
Oh.
So we start at issue 21, which is the anatomy lesson.
Ooh.
And all those reprints are in black and white.
Okay.
So I'm going to let you borrow those.
Okay.
So that we both have the same experience.
Oh, okay. I got you. I was going to say, I do not any longer have them. I did.
Okay.
I read them and then sold them.
Really?
That doesn't mean anything because I sell a lot of books. So
Right,
this isn't me saying I like or dislike it.
Right. But I figure a long time ago, you and I had lofty goals for the show here, and one of those lofty goals was that we were going to review Watchmen, both of the comic and the movie at the same time.
That was ridiculous.
We were idiots. We were idiots for thinking that was possible.
Oh yeah.
But we've never done an Alan Moore book. I thought this would be kind of cool. And, we're getting close to that Halloween time.
Ooh, he's spooky.
Yeah,
that finger armor.
Yeah. The beard.
Oh my god, yeah. The magic and the ghost stories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
his hair in general.
Yeah. Saga of the Swamp Thing. We're doing it.
Awesome. Is this like volume 1? Like is this, how many issues is this?
This will be 8 issues.
Oh, okay. All right. I was just going to say for the listener who wants to read along, if there is a...
Basically, it would be issues Saga of the Swamp Thing, Volume 1, or if you have individual issues, issues 21 through 28.
No.
But I don't know why I'm telling you, because I don't give a fuck what you think.
Me? Or just
anyone?
Anyone, okay.
Fucking find the book on your own goddamn time. I don't need to hold your fucking hands.
All right. Uh-oh, we just lost 4 listeners. They went Johnny Hahn. I could hear it.
Alright.
Cool. Well, yeah. That sounds like a good idea.
Fantastic. Let's get the hell out of here.
Yeah, I got flossing to do.
I got other stuff to do. Yeah. Mostly sleep. Alright, good night. You can subscribe to Gutter Trash at iTunes or directly at guttertrash.net. If you go to iTunes, please leave us a review. You can email us at eric@guttertrash.net or jason@guttertrash.net. For more info, you can find us on Facebook, or you can go to seanborn.net or buyerbeware.guttertrash.net. Listen to our sister podcast, League Night, at league.guttertrash.net. Thank you for listening. Until next time.